Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina leaves for Italy tomorrow on 4-day official visit to attend annual meeting of International Fund for Agricultural Development. UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson visits Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar, Britain to support Bangladesh in Rohingya repatriation issue. Begum Zia's punishment verdict is warning message to corrupt politicians, says Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Palestine West Bank, holds meeting with President Mahmoud Abbas. And Arambagh Krira Chakra wins Independence Cup Football Championship for first time, beating Chittagong Abahani 2-0. Assalamu alaikum viewers, I'm Tanzila Manar Sultana welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chittagong Centre.
Assalamu alaikum, I'm Shangita Ahmed. Those were the headlines and now on to the rest of the news. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina leaves Dhaka for Rome tomorrow morning on a 4-day official visit to Italy to attend the annual Governing Council meeting of the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD. The Prime Minister is joining the 41st session of the IFAD meeting at the invitation of IFAD President Gilbert F. Hongbo. At the invitation of Pope Francis, Sheikh Hasina will also visit Vatican City to hold a meeting with the Pope. During her visit, the Prime Minister will attend the 41st session of the Governing Council of IFAD in the morning of February 13 at the IFAD headquarters in Rome. She will present a keynote paper at the inaugural session of the Governing Council meeting. Sheikh Hasina is scheduled to attend a community reception at Parco dei Principi Grand Hotel in Rome in the evening on February 13. The Prime Minister is expected to return home on February 15. British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson has assured of continuing its support to Bangladesh on Rohingya issue, saying the UK stands beside Bangladesh. The British Foreign Secretary reiterated his stance on safe and dignified return of Rohingyas to their homeland Myanmar from Bangladesh and laid emphasis on creating conditions in the Rakhine state. He made the remarks after visiting Rohingya camp in Ukia Zela of Cox's Bazar today. The State Minister for Foreign Affairs, M. Shahriar Alam, and British High Commissioner to Bangladesh, Alison Blake, were present. More details by Mahbubur Rahman.
British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson arrived in Cox's Bazar on 10th February 2018 to see the plight of Rohingya people. After arriving in the coastal district, he went directly to the Kutupalong Rohingya camp and then visited the Ghumdum transit camp. There, he talked to the Rohingyas and listened to the stories of horrific tortures faced by them in Myanmar. Then Boris Johnson observed the activities of United Nations High Commission for Refugees UNHCR and International Organization for Migration IOM at Balukhali camp. He talked with the responsible persons of UNHCR and IOM. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Mohammad Shahriar Alam and British High Commissioner to Bangladesh Alison Blake, among others, accompanied him. During the visit, Boris Johnson assured of continuing their support of UK to Bangladesh on Rohingya crisis.
The incredible work that the Bangladeshi government has done in making it possible for these people to come and feel safe and secure. Our job in the UK is obviously to help, and we've given about 59–60 million pounds so far, but also to help the Bangladeshi government to create the conditions in Myanmar for these people to be able to return with safety and with dignity to their own homes.
British Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson has arrived in Bangladesh on 9th February 2018 with a view to visiting Rohingya people and witnessing their plight firsthand. From Bangladesh, he is scheduled to visit Myanmar. Mahbubur Rahman, Bangladesh Television.
Commerce Minister Tofail Ahmed has said the people of Bangladesh will judge whether a convicted person could be the chairperson of a political party. He said this to the journalists after visiting the Independence Museum Shadinota Jadughor in Bangla Bazar area under Shodor Upazila of Bhola today. Referring to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's announcement to construct a bridge connecting Bhola with Borishal, Tofail Ahmed said it would require only 5 hours to reach Dhaka from Bhola over the Podda multi-purpose bridge. He also said power crisis in the country's southern parts was solved immediately as the government has undertaken different pragmatic steps in this regard.
Industries Minister Amir Hossain Amu has said Bangladesh is progressing fast and it is believed that the country would turn into a developed one before 2041. He said this while speaking at a view exchange meeting at Novogram High School ground at Jhalokati today. Awami League District Unit General Secretary Khan Saifullah Paneer and Organizing Secretary Mujibul Haq Akhand, among others, addressed the meeting. Amir Hossain Amu said BNP and Jamaat are conducting destructive activities to take the country backward. But Awami League is working relentlessly for the betterment of the country, he added. Later, Amir Hossain Amu joined the annual sports competition program and distributed prizes among the winners at Haji Joanuddin Duini Dakhil Madrasa. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir has said Begum Khaleda Zia's verdict is a warning message for the corrupt politicians. He said this while inaugurating construction work of Kachpur Bridge, Meghna and Gomuti Second Bridge and Meghna Bridge superstructure in Narayanganj today. The minister said the construction work of Kachpur, Meghna and Gomuti Second Bridge will be completed 6 months before the stipulated time. Obaidul Qadir said the bridge will be opened for the plying of the vehicles within this year. Health and Family Welfare Minister Mohammad Naseem has formally inaugurated the 6th Asian Cognitive Behavior Therapy CBT conference, stretching on ensuring mental health services for the people at the grassroots. Speaking at a function on this occasion at Nawab Ali Chaudhry Senate Bhavan at University of Dhaka, the minister said the government has been working tirelessly to improve the health facilities across the country, including the mental health. Dhaka University Vice-Chancellor Professor Dr. M. Akhtaruzzaman presided over the function, while Dean of Faculty of Biological Sciences Professor Dr. Imdadul Haq and Chairperson of Department of Clinical Psychology were present, among others. Mohammad Naseem said to protect and ensure the rights of mentally ill people, the Cabinet has already approved the Mental Health Act 2018. Urging all concerned to play a responsible role for ensuring mental health services for the people at the grassroots, Mohammad Naseem said mentally sick people are part of the society and it is the responsibility of all to stand beside them.
And now international news. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi today visited the occupied West Bank city of Ramallah on a landmark visit to Palestine, the first ever by an Indian Prime Minister. Narendra Modi, after holding talks with the Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas, said India hoped to see an independent Palestinian state through dialogue. Mahmoud Abbas, who described Narendra Modi as a great guest, said Palestine was relying on India's great standing on the international stage to facilitate the peace process with Israel. Earlier, Modi met Prime Minister Rami Hamdallah and visited the Yasser Arafat Museum, where he laid a wreath. Indian Prime Minister later took a chopper back to the Jordanian capital Amman, from where he will fly to reach United Arab Emirates on the second leg of his three-nation tour. North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un has invited South Korea's President Moon Jae-in to Pyongyang. The handwritten invitation was delivered by Mr. Kim's influential sister Kim Yo-jong at a landmark meeting in the presidential palace in Seoul as the Winter Olympics opened. Moon Jae-in said the Koreas should make it happen and encourage the North to return to negotiations with the US. Kim Yo-jong and the North's ceremonial head of state, Kim Yong-nam, made up most senior delegation from the North to visit South since the Korean War in the 1950s. A double-decker bus has crashed in Hong Kong, killing 19 people and injuring another 40. The bus was carrying spectators and workers from horse races before it overturned in the New Territories area. Firefighters are struggling to reach dozens still trapped inside.
More on international news. Israel has launched a large-scale attack inside Syria after one of its jets was downed under Syrian anti-aircraft fire in a series of cross-border incidents that threatened to destabilize the volatile region between the two countries. Israel says the situation started with an Iranian drone crossing into its territory from Syria and it was shot. But Iran describes the Israeli claim as ridiculous. Israeli F-16 fighter jet crashed amid Syrian anti-aircraft fire as Israel was conducting offensive against Iranian targets in Syria. It is believed to be the first time Israel has lost a jet in the Syrian conflict.
And now news on sports. Arambagh Krira Shongho bagged the championship title of Independence Cup Football 2018 for the first time, beating Chittagong Abahoni by 2-0. This is for the first trophy of the Arambagh in the club's 60 years history. At the Bongabuntu National Stadium, Arif scored the first goal for Arambagh in the 19th minute of the match. Rocky doubled the margin for Arambagh in the 45th minute of the match. Senior Vice President of Bangladesh Football Federation, BFF Abdus Salam Morshedi, distributed the prizes among the winners and the runners-up. Executive of Patron Organization FM Iqbal bin Anwar, BFF Vice President Mohiuddin Mahi and General Secretary Abu Naim Shohag were also present on the occasion. A total of 12 clubs took part in the tournament. Bangladesh Cricket Board BCB announced the 15-member T20 squad for the first T20 of two-match series against Sri Lanka. A total of 5 new cricketers called in the squad. The cricketers are Abu Zaid Rahi, Ariful Haq, Mehdi Hassan, Zakir Hassan and Afif Hussain. The other members of the team are skipper Shakib Al Hassan, Tamim Iqbal, Shomo Sarkar, Mushfiqur Rahim, Mahmudullah Riyad, Shabbir Rahman, Mustafizur Rahman, Ruwel Hussain, Saifuddin and Abu Haider Rani. The first match will be held at Mirpur Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium on the 15th of February. In Sylhet, the second and last T20 will be held on 18th February. And to end the bulletin, another look at tonight's headlines. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina leaves for Italy tomorrow on a 4-day official visit to attend annual meeting of International Fund for Agricultural Development. UK Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson visits Rohingya camps in Cox's Bazar, Britain to support Bangladesh in Rohingya repatriation issue. Begum Zia's punishment verdict is warning message to corrupt politicians, says Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visits Palestine West Bank, holds meeting with President Mahmoud Abbas. And Arambagh Krira Chokro wins Independence Cup Football Championship for the first time, beating Chittagong Abahoni 2-0.
And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us and we invite you to watch 11:30 Bangla News. Until then,